I'm on my way to see Adriana Davidson, medical social worker, and I can't wait to see the kind of work she's doing.
Hi, my name is Adriana Davidson. I'm an LMSW here in Dallas, Texas. I work with home health and various pain management clinics around the DFW area. I work with adults the ages of 18 to about 75 who've been injured on the job. So they're all going through workers' compensation claims, and I'm helping them kind of near the end of their therapy help with coping skills to help them continue their life. So we help with stress management, we help with anger management, and we help them really cope with all the changes they've endured with chronic pain and how to move on with their life.
Adriana, it's so exciting to see you. Thank you very much for inviting me to your home. Can't wait to talk to you more about the work that you're doing.
Thank you, Jacob. I'm excited to be here.
Yeah, so social workers do much more advocating for client welfare than some other professionals. Why is that type of advocating important to do?
Well, you know, being a social worker, advocating is one of our most important pieces, and it's really important to help clients move forward, and advocating helps them have someone with them. And a lot of these clients feel that they don't even have a voice. So we kind of serve as that fill-in voice for them to help them get resources, to help them understand how they can move forward in their life. And social workers are everywhere. We work in hospitals, we work in criminal justice system, we work with state agencies, nonprofits. So we have to do a lot of advocating to be a good social worker.
Ah, cool. Yeah, definitely. What are some of the trends you've seen over the years in medical social work?
You know, I work in chronic pain, so I see a trend of a lot of older adults being hurt at the job, and a lot of them are minorities, and they have permanent disabilities, permanent pain now, and I see them struggling even before the accident. They talk about working 2-3 jobs, and now that they've been hurt and they don't even have money coming in, they're really in a tough spot. So we have to be able to help them move forward. And a lot of them feel stuck and have low education, high stress, and they don't know where to go from this point. So a lot of medical costs have gone up. Their surgeries could be $50,000, $100,000, and it's unfortunately been a trend to see those costs go up, and not enough medical clinics that are low income or free that are easily accessible for these clients. A lot of them have a long waiting list, and the stigma of going to see a mental health counselor is a big part of why clients don't want to go see a medical or mental health professional.
I see. Yeah, definitely. And we work with many different cultures in our job. How have different viewpoints of medicine and mental health affected the treatment provided to clients?
Well, thankfully, when we're being trained as mental health professionals, we do have a lot of classes that teach us about cultural competence. But again, we all have our own form of bias, whether it's a small bias, whether it's a big bias. It happens. We're humans. So if we feel that we have too much bias, we need to excuse ourselves as a professional and have someone else, a referral, come in and take our place. So that can kind of help with the treatment. Also, another barrier is if the staff at these clinics are not bilingual, they can't serve a lot of the population, and so clients feel frustrated that they're not getting the help and the translation they need to be able to make appointments and do basic things. And so that's a big problem. Access to healthcare, transportation, the costs, and all of these things together make it really difficult, and throw culture in there, and it's a big sandwich of barriers.
I see, yeah. So the state and federal governments provide certain social programs for the community. Which programs are working the best in your eyes, and which could maybe use some work? Well, I feel the housing program, unfortunately, because of the long wait list, Section 8, low-income housing, just has too much stuff going on, and they need to streamline the procedures and see how we can best educate the population with education that can help with their housing. And a lot of low-cost or free services work well when the program is easy to understand and people know how to access it. So the Pell Grant and education resources we have, I have seen good effects from that. But again, there's a lot of work that we need to do to advocate for more laws to help our clients have more success in their life. Okay, cool. And what do you think the future of social work will look like in the next 25 years?
Well, it's interesting. I didn't think social work had such a big range of jobs that we do. I assumed all social workers worked with CPS. So seeing that we're everywhere, like I mentioned earlier, in hospitals and criminal justice system, I really feel it's going to keep expanding to aviation, corporate offices, because social workers are very useful in a wide variety of environments.
Oh, wow.
And I also feel telehealth is becoming more popular because people don't have rides, or they don't want to be around these clinics and be judged, so they feel telehealth is a way that they can talk to providers and be in a safe space in their home.
Oh, wow. Definitely. What aspect of your work is most fulfilling?
That's a tough one, but I do feel like just being around my clients and seeing their progress from the beginning of therapy to the end of therapy is so satisfying. And to have my clients feel safe and not judged is one of the most important things and one of the most fulfilling areas for me. I really feel when clients can cry and have a safe place to talk about these trapped feelings, that they feel like they were able to let go of a lot of things that were holding them back. And a phrase that I like to use that we talked about in grad school is that a lot of us have emotional constipation. So I joke with my clients about how they need to kind of digest their feelings. And so my nickname at the clinics is that I'm the emotional laxative among the group.
Oh, yeah, that's hilarious. Emotional laxative. Cool. How have the personal relationships in your life changed by the work that you do?
Well, it's definitely made me very mindful of people and their emotions and how to respond, because we don't realize when someone's having a bad day. If we say one thing and set them off more than how they were already feeling, it's not conducive. So I really feel that it's made me very grateful for what I do have in my life, for the people that are there for me, my support system, my family, my friends. And it makes you realize that the daily struggles you have are pretty small in comparison to what people are going through, losing their homes, losing a lot more bigger things, and the resiliency they have to keep going through these tough situations.
And in your practice, what are you doing that you feel is fresh or unique?
Well, I don't know if I would call it fresh or unique, but I do feel like just being myself, I have a very quirky personality and try to be very transparent with my clients so that they feel like we're equal. I never want to come off as I'm here and you're here, because that would defeat the purpose of being a social worker that's trying to meet you where you're at. And so I really feel like being myself and having that equal space helps my clients thrive. And I do make a lot of jokes towards myself. I do a lot of drawings, and I refer to myself as Picasso. And I try to make fun of these things so they see I'm a human. I'm not perfect. Just because I'm a therapist doesn't mean I have the magical answer to everything. So I feel like between compassion, empathy, and just really being able to talk to someone face to face is fresh and unique.
Sure. So you're using just kind of your natural personality.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
And is there any intervention or technique that you're putting a spin on?
Well, because my clients are very resistant, I do have to use a lot of motivational interviewing and an eclectic approach to be able to include CBT, motivational interviewing, positive psychology, and a lot of different approaches just to best serve my clients.
Okay, cool. So you have a variety of things going on there.
Yes.
And is there a population or issue that you enjoy working with more than others?
Well, before I started working in my current job, I was working with teenagers, and I really did enjoy that, working with them on self-esteem and different issues with their parents going through divorce and stress and bullying. But I really came to love chronic pain. It's been a really wonderful field. It's very fulfilling to see my clients go from not being able to walk to in a wheelchair to being able to stand, walk around, and be confident in who they are again. And so that's been wonderful to work with a lot of ages. I work with a lot of geriatrics. And so it's been very enjoyable to see them have some sort of temporary relief from the chronic pain that they feel every day.
Okay, cool, cool. Tell me about the importance of not just having cultural competence, but having more diverse professionals in the field.
Well, I definitely feel that because we serve so many minorities, we need a lot of minorities to be mental health professionals. It just makes sense that they feel comfortable with someone who speaks their language, someone that really understands their culture. And so having those scholarships and different things to help minorities get educated, get masters, get PhD, we can help the community because they won't have to be struggling with working 3 jobs. And it will be better because our clients will enjoy it, and mental health professionals will be all colors, all races, all flavors. A tip I have for therapists that are wanting to work with clients with chronic pain would be really make sure that you have a high level of patience, compassion, empathy, and really try to validate their experiences, because a lot of them have anger, stress, and high levels of emotions going on in their family, in their personal life that really transcend in the group. And try not to take things personally, because a lot of them just have too many things going on and they really just don't have a lot of support in their life. So really try to play a neutral role and take things very professionally, because it's not a personal thing, just they're going through a tough time.
Oh, nice.